with the clicks. Okay, I got it. So yeah, as I said, I've been watching movies these days. It's insane because you know how hard it is to watch a movie nowadays. Not like, oh my god, that's kind of hard. Not like mentally. Wait, can I just like run? Oh my god, I can just run. So yeah, you gotta be focused for like an extended amount of time for a movie. It's less of a commitment than a series, so I appreciate it, but it's still like a commitment of like, hey, I gotta be sitting here for 2 hours at least, you know. But I really rarely go to the cinema because I don't have any movies to watch at the cinema, you know. And so for once I had something to watch because there was like a movie that I really wanted to watch. Of course, the MCU. I'm a really huge MCU fan. When everybody was a fan of the MCU, of course. So like everything up to Endgame, besides the Spider-Man movies that are still great. This is the classic. It's the classic, right? You know. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. No. 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 What the fuck? How am I pushing that the wrong way? Okay. So I watched the movie Spider-Man, and I was like, dude, movies are actually kind of the goats. They're actually kind of them, you know? That's very bad. That's very bad. So I was watching the Spider-Man movie. I was watching it. I'm not going to say it's an amazing movie, okay? It's like a good movie. It's like, in terms of Spider-Man movies, it's maybe my top 2, but the first one's really good. I really liked it, but the more I'm seeing it, the more I hate it. Okay, yeah, I'm getting it. So I watched the movie, went out of the theater, and it was like a random weekday. I had work the day after, but I was like, oh my god, I feel great. I watched the movie, it was great. So it pushed me into like one day. Okay, I got this. Maybe, oh yeah, maybe don't go forward. Maybe just go on the side. Yeah. I got it now. Wait, hold on. Why am I doing this? There we go. I saved it. So I was like, okay, that's pretty sick. Movies are pretty sick. Going to cinema is pretty sick. Actually, it is only when it's cheap, by the way. I want to say I am a privileged man. That's for sure. But my company has a thing that is like, hey, hey, you can go to the cinema for cheap. Oh my god, what am I doing? Okay, I'm the goat. That's what I'm doing. Oh, wait, no, what? There we go. And so I went to the cinema. I saw that movie, and I was like, dude, movies are kind of sick. Let's go through my to-watch list of movies that I should watch, that I told myself I should watch. And those movies are not from recommendations of people that tell me, yeah, you should watch that movie. Never. What the fuck am I doing? Dude. There you go. So, of course, went to my to-watch list of movies I gotta watch. And I saw a movie that was like the most recent edition. I was like, that because every time I have an itch for one, like, I'm like, hey, I want to watch a movie. I have an idea in mind, of course, you know? It can't just be like, oh, I want to watch a movie, you know? It can't just be that. It gotta be, I have a feeling that there's a movie that I really want to see, you know? I have a feeling. And that feeling was for a movie that probably not many people are talking about, but I think that it's great. I think that's a great movie. So I am going into my watch list, and there's this movie called Goat, which got like, it really intrigued me when I found it. When I found it, found the trailers and stuff, it was like about a goat that wanted to be like a basketball player, but the goat was small. And like, I think one of the best thing you can do in like a trailer. Okay, hold on. I got this. W. I didn't got this. I got this. One of the best thing you can do in a trailer is put a song that goes perfectly with the, okay, No, 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 no. Okay, 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 okay. 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 It's like, it's so hard to push like that much to the fucking right, okay? Okay, no. And so like the whole like the whole trailer had the song I wish I was a little bit taller, I wish I was a bowler. And it was like, dude, the song is fucking perfect for this. Okay, I have a plan. And so I watched the movie Goat. And the thing is, I did the mistake of watching it in the evening when I was like, okay, I want to just like finish my day. Like just like watching that movie. No, oh my gosh, why would I do that? Why would I do that? Okay, that's huge actually. W. And so I watched the movie. And like the story is very dumb, very classical, but I like it. I like the characters. And I get into it and I watch the whole movie and I'm like, oh my god, that's fucking sick. I watched a movie. That's like really rare for me. It's really hard, actually. It's really hard to get into a movie just like I did here. I'm like, oh my god, you know what? I feel like I'm on a roll, you know? I watched a Spider-Man movie that was like 2.5 hours long, you know? Just watch a 2.5 hours long movie. I feel like I could watch anything. And so I decided that I was gonna watch a movie that's just got released, I mean released recently, by Christopher Nolan, you know? The guy is pretty good at making movies. So I watched the movie and I'm like, okay, I think I could watch like any movie now. Like, for example, the latest and greatest Odyssey, the Odyssey from Christopher Nolan. Now, and so I decide to go watch the movie, and once again, great movie, and I managed to watch the whole thing. It's like almost 3 hours long. I was really proud of myself. I was kind of a nerd during the movie though. I was like watching the scenes, and I was like, dude, it's not what happened in the Odyssey from Homer. It's not the exact same thing. And I was not like all about the whole thing about like Helen being black, or I don't care about that. Like, sure, as long as she's beautiful, that's lore accurate to me, okay? Just don't be ugly, is what I'm saying. Okay, huge. I'm going far. I'm going way further here. I'm going very far now. But like there was some part that was like, dude, I'm missing out, dude. And they're missing out. They skipped some huge parts of like okay, there was the Cyclope, the one-eyed ogre thing, but like he didn't say I'm no one. He didn't say I'm nobody. He didn't say I'm nothing. And so like the whole trick of like him calling, like saying, hey, what's your name? My name is nothing. My name is no one. Oh my god. No one hit me. What? But like that means no one hit you. No, you don't get the guy's name. No, I don't get it, man. And then he gets away. They skipped that part. I was really mad. They skipped so much explanation. They skipped the part where like Penelope, she's like, hey, okay, you want the thing to be my husband, but you know what's very sad? Because my real husband, he's probably dead. His name was Odysseus, and the reveal was there. No, they decided to do the reveal like in the middle of the thing, which kind of makes sense to do the whole like fight thing with like the other people. But at the same time, you know, and also they kind of like missed the mark on the whole like, hey, when he got like advice of like, hey, by the way, when you come back, don't come back like under your own like look and like name. You would regret it. And like he was like, hey, I got you, man. Okay. And he was like, I got you, man. And he was like, okay, with my girl Athena, that she's carrying my ass, she's gonna turn me into an old looking like man that is like a beggar, and we're gonna do that. and they kind of like they kind of hinted at it, but they didn't really do it though, right? And so I watched Odysseus, and I was like kind of like a nerd being like, hey, that's not how it worked. That's not what what happened in the movie. And then like during the movie thing, like there was like some hints at like at the very start. There was like the son of Odysseus. He was like training, and he's like waiting for his father, and he was like, dude, that's messed up. My father, he's not coming back, but I believe he is because that's my father. I never met him, but I believe in him. That's very sweet. But he was also training under the guides of the blind guy, you know? Which, of course, as you should know, every blind guy in media is, of course, very badass and gotta be like Daredevil, insane, like every other senses, and or in this case, very, very wise. Because if you don't got the strengths, if you don't got the might, well, you might as well got the brains. And that's what he was like telling the guy. It was pretty cool. He was like doing this whole thing of like, hey, you gotta force the enemy to attack you at a point. Like you gotta make an opening to like then use it as at your advantage. And like you see the thing at the end, he fights the guy and he does that. But I feel like in anime form, they would be able to show it way better. Like the whole like little pause thing, because like in the movie you can't really see. You just see that he won. You know, it's like it's not as apparent. You know. And so they show that, and then I'm like, okay, well, in anime that would go hard actually. And now I'm thinking about it, I'm like, wait, they did the first part, but they didn't do the whole thing of like about like how they won against Troy, you know? And so like, yeah, I was thinking about it. I was like, dude, actually the Iliad in anime form would go nuts, dude. So I was like, hey, an anime about like the whole like Troy war thing, with like they have like, you have like demigods and gods fucking doing things. It's like it's all about like fucking god drama, dude. It's all about that, bro. This Troy war is all about fucking drama within gods. It's so funny. Cause like they're all like, I think it started with like this, like the like true three goddess, and they were like, hey, who's the prettiest beside like with out of the three of us, who the prettiest? And the guy was like, yeah, fuck, I don't know, man, I don't know. And they were like, hey, you tell I'm the prettiest, I'm gonna give you that. You tell I'm the prettiest, I'm gonna give you this. And there was like Aphrodite, the goddess of love. She was all about like, hey, you tell me I'm the prettiest, I'll give you the prettiest woman that is like not a god in the world. I'll give her to you. Which I think it was Helen, basically. And so that's how he got it. And then the guy that had Alan before, he was like pissed off. He was like, wait, that's my girl. What the fuck what you do to my girl? How is she here? And he's like, hey, I don't know. I don't make the rules. This is the gods doing their thing, you know? And so the guy was like really mad, and then they just went into war for it or something. I think that's what happened. So it was like, hey, an anime about that with like the demigod, the Achilles, where like you have the fucking flashback of Achilles, and it's like he's like fucking healed thing. Achilles wouldn't be able to wear heels. That would be like his one weakness. He would not be able to slay as hard, you know. That's the one thing he does not have, which is kind of a big weakness. Not gonna lie, nowadays in in the ramen era, you're like, okay, you can't. Your heels are weak. That's fine. Your heel actually is one of them. That's fucking sad, by the way. I don't know if you know the fucking lore of that guy, but basically, he was like his mother. She based him into like a river that like gave like incredible strength, like basically like giga strong, impossible to kill for the whole body. But she based him holding him by his heel, one of his heel, which is like the one weakness he has. The one thing that his body cannot like tank is like an attack to the heel. And during the whole war, he randomly gets fucking shot by a guy that was like happened to be like another guy that was like very weak and very like didn't have any like courage or something, and he was shot by a guy with a poison arrow in the heel, the specific one that he was like weak to, and that's how he dies in the fucking war. That's messed up, dude. But dude, in anime would be so fucking hard. In anime, an anime form, trust, Achilles in anime form, the backstory and everything. Dude, they had another guy, by the way, at Troy, I think. They had another guy that was a good Giga strong as well. I don't remember. Oh, but yeah. And the whole story about Agamemnon. I think that's the thing. The guy that like voted for Aphrodite, that was the guy in Troy, and that's how he got the girl. Then Agamemnon went into war to get the girl again, because he was the guy. So yeah, that's basically like, I feel way better than ever about watching movies and just like standing here and watching them and like not care about anything else in the world.